Hi friends, I'm excited to share another layout with you today for the Shimmerz Paints design team featuring the October Color Kitz. I absolutely love these kits and the colors and all of the Halloween goodness, so I had so much fun making another layout with all of the paper and embellishments and paints. So I started by cutting a cut file. It's the Pumpkins cut file by Peartree Cutfiles, and I made the backing pieces. So it's going to be, you'll see it in a second, but it's a compilation of pumpkins. And so I cut it in black, and then I cut the backing pieces, these little pumpkins that I'm painting right now, to go behind the cut file. So I am painting that green patterned paper with the celery shimmers. And then I'm painting the orange patterned paper with the jack-o'-lantern vibes. So those are both two colors from the color kits this month. So there is the cut file over there to the left. And I just cut two pumpkins from the patterned papers in each color. So purple, orange, green, and kind of a yellowy color. And then I just kind of backed them here and there in the cut file because I wanted there to be blank spaces so that you could see the paint behind the cut file. So I'm going to be adding all of the colors from the color kits this month to the background paper behind the cut file. So here I'm getting my photo ready. This is a photo of my mom and dad and my babies on Halloween. So they're all dressed up in their costumes, ready to go trick-or-treating. And I thought it was a super cute picture. So I wanted to feature that a little bit larger on the layout. So I just did one photo on this layout. I usually try to do 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, but for this one, it's just one picture. So I'm going to go ahead and get my background ready, and you can kind of see I'm putting some paint on the background, and then I'm putting the cut file back down to kind of see where the paint is going, make sure it's in the right spot. So I am using the celery shimmers. And Shimmerz, that formula is super shimmery and bright and glittery, and it's my favorite. So I'm doing some of the celery to start, and then I'm just using a piece of packaging. Like, that's just a piece of like packaging that I would have thrown away otherwise. So I'm just using it to put a little bit of paint on the background. And the reason that I use the packaging is because it kind of makes it look a little bit more random and messy and not so much like brush strokes. So that is the purpose of using that. And the orange that I've added there is the jack-o'-lanterns vibes. And then I also added the vivacious violet colorings, which that vivacious violet is such a bold, beautiful purple shade. Like, it's maybe my favorite purple ever. And it doesn't even have any shimmers. So like the colorings is more of a flat color. And even still, it might be my favorite purple paint ever because it's just so bold. And I have even spread it out and kind of lightened it up a little bit here on the background, but it is still, look how beautiful it is. It's amazing. Okay, so I went ahead and put all of the paints down, and then I did add a few splatters, and then I kind of let it dry for a few minutes, and then I used a paper towel to dry up the excess. And then to adhere the cut file down, I just added a little bit of pretty thick craft foam behind just the pumpkins that were filled. So just the pumpkins that I had backed with little pumpkin pieces. And I'm going to glue that down. So the rest of the cut file is kind of like raised up, or, I mean, it's not attached. So it's just kind of hanging there, kind of hanging out in air there. And I love how that looks when you have things that are not glued down and they just kind of move with the paper and look kind of airy and light. So I've got those. That is glued down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the adhesive, I think, to my photo. I think that's what I'm doing. Sorry, it's kind of off camera there. Oh no, what I'm actually doing is I added a little bit of purple. I just had some like border purple, like kind of purple ribbon border pieces. And so I added that to the top of the photo and the right of the photo behind the pattern paper that I had backed it with. And I did distress the edges of the pattern paper that I backed the photo with. And it's the same orange and black polka dot that I backed some of the pumpkins with. That's one of my favorite pattern papers in the color kits this month. So all of the paper, again, is from Shimmerz Paints. And then most of the embellishments, all of the embellishments except for those glittery pumpkins. The glittery pumpkins are from just from like my stash from, I don't know, like my local craft store or something. But everything else, all of the other little pieces of ephemera are from the kit. So that word eek, the tree, the kind of Halloween-y looking tree over there, kind of a whimsical branches, that's from the Color Kitz. And then the word Halloween, that orange word Halloween, and I'm going to be using a little white word that's boo, and I'm going to paint it. Those are both like acrylic word. They're not really quite acrylic. They're kind of plasticky, and I got them like in the dollar bin, maybe at Target, and they are supposed to be message board, like words for message boards, like that have the little pegs on the back and you poke them into the board to like put a message in your kitchen or something. Well, I always buy those when I find them and cut the pegs off the back, and then I use them as titles. So the word Halloween is from that. And then also the word boo. And I colored that with, Vicki Boutin's paint marker. So, like that's just an acrylic paint pen. So I colored that word boo, but then everything else, all the little pumpkins, that little trick or treat, all the little pieces are from the Color Kitz. And then here I am adding some tangled thread. I just added it, I think only orange. Added it in 4 different places. And then I am taking some crystals and some shiny bits from my stash along with the sequin set that is from the Color Kitz in the bonus bundle. And it's fabulous. I used the little pumpkins, little orange pumpkins that are sequins, and some of the purple sequins. And then I just kind of mixed them in with some stuff from my stash. So I loved how that looked, to add a little bit of sparkle around all of the things that I added. And this layout was pretty quick and easy. It was not one of my longest layouts ever. The thing that took the longest is just getting the cut file off my cutting mat, because it was my black pattern, my black cardstock was giving me trouble. But everything else was pretty quick and easy. The paint techniques on this one were pretty easy and super fun to make. So I enjoyed it. And then I'm adding just some pops of color in the green, orange, and purple. And then there is the finished layout. So that is it. If you have any questions, pop them down in the comments. Be sure, if you are going to place an order for Shimmerz Paints, be sure and put Sarah Millerhouse in the comment section and you'll get a free paint. And I hope you guys have an awesome day and enjoy this spooky season. All right, bye for now.